We're going to cut across to Rahul Gautam, who's speaking to Pawan Khera. Let's quickly dip in.
और माहौल बना दिया साहब, घुसपैठिए। राहुल गांधी जी की जो वोटर अधिकार यात्रा थी, वो बोले घुसपैठिया यात्रा है। कहाँ है घुसपैठिए, दिखाइए ना आप। तो ये जिस तरह का माहौल चुनाव आयोग ने बीजेपी के साथ मिलकर बनाने की कोशिश की, ये दिखाता है कि हमारी संस्थाओं की क्या हालत बीजेपी ने कर दी है।
एसआईआर को लेके तो आप बिल्कुल भी खुश नहीं है जिस प्रकार से पूरी प्रक्रिया हुई। तो अब जब चुनाव में आप जा रहे हैं तो आपको लगता है कि चुनाव निष्पक्ष होगा?
हम पूरा सुनिश्चित करेंगे कि निष्पक्ष होगा। बिहार की जनता सुनिश्चित करेगी, क्योंकि सब जागरूक हैं, उन्हें मालूम है कि क्या कोशिश की जा रही है, क्या षड्यंत्र रचे जा रहे हैं।
आपको क्या लगता है कि पिछले 5 सालों में क्या बदला? क्योंकि 20 साल से एक छोटा सा पीरियड अगर मैं निकाल दूं तो महागठबंधन बाहर रहा, आरजेडी कांग्रेस। क्या लगता है आपको 5 साल में क्या बदला है आपके फेवर में? क्या मुद्दे होंगे इस चुनाव के जो आपको लगता है?
मुद्दे बहुत स्पष्ट हैं। जो जिस तरह से कानून व्यवस्था चौपट हो चुकी है बिहार की, जो गुंडा राज दिखता है वहाँ, आप देखिए जिनका अपना उप मुख्यमंत्री इतने गंभीर सवालों के घेरे में आ चुका हो, बीजेपी का नेता है।
Union Home Minister Amit Shah has said that NDA government has pulled Bihar out of Jangal Raj and has now given a new direction of development and good governance. He has said that he is fully confident that people of Bihar will once again choose the politics of development this time around. Meanwhile, RJD's Tejashwi Yadav has spoken for vote for change. Is Bihar going to vote for continuity or change is the big question. Tejashwi Yadav, who is the leader of opposition, has said for 20 years Bihar endured pain and suffering, and after 20 years it has got an opportunity to not slip back to the same pain and suffering. Let's listen in to what Amit Shah said. Okay, so these are the big statements which have come in from the two pillars, the NDA and the MGB, which are fighting this election. We have been talking about Bihar elections as largely a bipolar contest as it has been, but there is an emergence of another factor. Can Prashant Kishore make this a triangular contest is the big question. Sanjay Kumar is joining us. He is of the JDU. We also have BJP spokesperson RP Singh joining us and Pawan Verma representing the Jan Suraj. Sanjay Kumar, coming to you. You know, the question really is the JDU fighting this election along with, because it is of course an NDA which is fighting this election. So are we going to be seeing a separate campaign of the JDU, or will there be a joint NDA campaign?
Yeah, so Maria, can you hear me, Maria?
Yes, please go ahead, Dr. Sanjay Kumar.
Okay. So yeah, so you know, we have had a lot of joint Karyakarta Sammelans, NDA Karyakarta Sammelans in all the MLA constituency, you know, Vidhan Sabha constituency. And yeah, so it will be a joint campaign because NDA is like fighting the election together. And, you know, wherever the BJP is fighting NDA, like JDU, Karyakartas, workers are going to support and work with them. And likewise, BJP
so
Karyakartas
Nitish Kumar will not have his own public rallies alone. What about those constituencies in which it is about Nitish Kumar? It is about the JDU. Seats where JDU will be fighting alone.
You know, I was listening to Preeti and she was mentioning that Nitish Kumar did not have any rallies in the past or in the last few months.
No,
so
sir, that was Maria. You got the person wrong.
Yes, that was Maria. Okay. I'm so sorry.
No problem, sir. Go ahead.
But in the last few months and in last few weeks, actually, you know, he traveled to different parts of Bihar, you know, and in last few months, he traveled to each district of Bihar and, you know, laid the foundation of several developmental projects. And now he went to inaugurate those projects and also announced several developmental projects. So he has been touring during summer, you know, like entire summer. Last winter, he traveled across the state. So it's not true that he is not going out of Patna. He's traveling everywhere. Despite, you know, like all weather, you know, he's been going, and, you know, we are pretty sure.
Okay. All right. So we're having a problem with your...
confident.
Okay. There's a problem with your video connect, and sometimes it happens at the opportune time. But we're going to leave it. Just stay with us, sir. I'm going to cut across to Rajdeep. But before that, all eyes, viewers. Ultimately, the election in terms of, you know, where you look at a journalist, it is the reporters, the editors on ground who've been covering the state very closely. So the spotlight is going to be over the course of the next month and a half on my colleague Rohit Singh, who's reporting from Patna, knows a thing or two, or possibly as much as Maria, because Maria is from Bihar, and more than us for sure. So Rohit, well, the poll bugle has been sounded. It's a two-phase election. I want to bring in Rajdeep as well, but what does it look like? When can we see seat sharing, announcements? As per you, you've been tracking Bihar very closely. What do you make of the two-phase election, especially the distribution of seats of 121, the heartland of Bihar voting, and then 122, which is the border areas and other peripheral regions of Bihar voting? And ultimately, Rohit, which alliance is in more trouble where seat sharing is concerned, according to you?
Well, it's a new format of voting that we are now seeing, because central Bihar, whatever we are seeing, goes to elections for voting in the first phase, and all the bordering areas goes for voting in the second phase. Also, Simanchal, which is the bordering area. So this is something new that we are witnessing in the last so many years that we have covered elections. But as far as the NDA seat sharing and the Mahagatbandhan seat sharing issues are concerned, one thing is clear in NDA, that Nitish Kumar is leading the alliance and he will be the chief minister phase, and if NDA wins, he will become the chief minister. But that is not the case in the Mahagatbandhan, because there is a lot of trouble in Mahagatbandhan because of the fact that the Congress, after the voter adhikari yatra, and the kind of support it has got in this yatra, the Congress believes that it's a revival of the party in Bihar. The party which has almost been dead for the last 3 decades, it is somewhat in a revival mode, and Rahul Gandhi has felt it. So that is why we are seeing that arm twisting is being done. This time, the Congress does not want things to be very easy for Tejashwi Yadav, and that is why they want that more and more seats should be given to it. Last time they contested on 70, they won only on 19. RJD doesn't want to give so many seats to the Congress party. So that is where the problem has emerged. And Alavaru, who is the in charge of the Congress here, is bargaining very hard behind the scene with Tejashwi Yadav. And that is why the Congress has not even once come out and made any statement that Tejashwi Yadav can be, maybe, might be the chief minister candidate. They have never, because what they want is that first, they should get adequate number of seats, respectable number of seats that Congress wants, and then only they will decide.
But Rohit, that respectable number is what? 70 out of 19 the last time around. They scored 19 out of the 70 that they fought. What is the respectable amount? Because before the vote adhikari yatra, the murmurs were that the Congress this time will be happy between the 50 to 55 mark. Now, is there a renegotiation on that? Is the Congress again wanting a proportion of 70 seats? Is that what they're looking at?
See, when the voter adhikari yatra was going on, Preeti, obviously the Congress wanted that they should be getting more seats, maybe about 90 to 100 seats that they had wanted. But I think that the RJD is not in a mood to give that many seats to the Congress party. And what we are learning from sources is that this time the Congress might be given only 55 to 60 seats. And what is most important is the fact that the Congress wants that they should be given those seats where the Congress is strong there. They should not be given those seats where the Congress is very weak and they are given that seat to fight by the RJD. So that is also
the question is that, the Congress is trying to build a narrative around what? What do they have to offer in this alliance is the big question also. They have been a weakling in the MGB. They continue to be the weakling. They are not adding to the vote share of Tejashwi Yadav and the RJD is the question. Let me bring in RP Singh of the BJP who joins us. RP Singh, two-phase election. Of course, it is the Prime Minister Modi who is the biggest mascot of the BJP. He is leading the entire election campaign along with Nitish Kumar. Nitish Kumar may be the mukhota, but the real power is coming in from the Prime Minister. And interestingly, as I was trying to point this out, Preeti, all the DBTs which have been announced in the name of Mukhyamantri Rozgar Yojana or Mukhyamantri Yojana, which keeping in mind that it is coming from the Chief Minister, not from the center. Go ahead, RP Singh.
Well, you just now raised a very objectionable word, the Nitish is a Mukhota. Fact is, this 1 + 1 is 11. not 2. And mark my word, when the results come, I'll sit with you on the 14th November. The results will be all in favor of Nitish Babu, and with the support of the BJP, we are going to form the government. The NDA is going to form the government there 100%. But let's understand what's happening on ground. Do you think all those women who have been given 10,000 rupees, almost 1 crore women would have got 10,000 rupees to be udyami, to be self-reliant, whom are they going to vote for? And out of them, lot will get 2 lakh rupees also. Those women who have been empowered by giving them 50% reservation in panchayat, whom are they going to vote for, or who are they going to influence to vote for? Women who has got 30% plus reservation in police jobs, who are they going to vote for? All those women who are today grown-up women, they would have got bicycle under Nitish Babu's scheme, where they would have gone to schools easily, to comfortable to study in schools. So ultimately, it is the government of Nitish Babu, and then Nitish Babu has done quite a good job. But along with that, how can you forget? Give me another second. How can you forget that more than 3.5 crore people in Bihar has got the advantage of Ayushman Bharat? How can you forget that more than 1.717 crore women get the gas cylinder there every month, and then has got the gas connection? So there are a lot of work which has been done by the Nitish government, and no one can forget. You have seen that Jangal Raj. You said you were a reporter and correspondent at that time. When you see the Jangal Raj, which CM office was used for what objectives?
Okay, I want to bring in, from the Jan Suraj party, because many are looking at the Jan Suraj as a possible X factor, or rather Prashant Kishore as a possible X factor. Various surveys, Maria, that we have ourselves put out seem to suggest that Prashant Kishore's name is now tracking right below the name of Tejashwi, where the preferred choice of Chief Minister is concerned. I want to bring in Dr. Pawan Verma, if we have him with us. Do we have him with us? Okay, we don't seem to have him with us, but okay, we're going to cut across to him in a short while from now. But Amitabh Tiwari, ultimately, Prashant Kishore might, and these are political compulsions. You're going to the voters suggesting that you will form the government. This is, Bihar is going to break through the shackles of whatever has been, has bound it for many decades on. But the fact is, how much vote will Prashant Kishore and the Jan Suraj take from which faction will play possibly a crucial role if that percentage of Jan Suraj crosses 10%. Now, it all remains to be seen, Amitabh Tiwari, whether people vote for Prashant Kishore as Prashant Kishore, because then it could very well be the MGB, or it votes... all right, okay, just 1 second. Let's listen in to Tejashwi Yadav speaking.
पढ़ेंगे पन्नों में तो ये सुनहरे अक्षरों से लिखा जाएगा. जो तारीख, जो 14 नवंबर का जो तारीख होगा, यानी बिहार के लोग बदलाव चाहते हैं. बिहार के लोग जो हैं इस बार महागठबंधन की सरकार चाहते हैं. जो 20 साल से इन लोगों ने अपराध, भ्रष्टाचार, अफसरशाही, तानाशाही, घोटालेबाजी, जिस हिसाब से इन लोगों ने बिहार की सरकार ने जो दिया है, बिहार के लोग जो है त्रस्त हो चुके हैं, परेशान हो चुके हैं, और मुख्यमंत्री अचेत अवस्था में. अब बिहार को मुख्यमंत्री गिड़गिड़ाने वाला नहीं चाहिए, जो शेर की तरह दहराए, उस वैसा जो है सीएम जो है बिहार के लोगों को चाहिए, जो बिहार के अधिकार, हक और बिहार के लोगों के साथ इंसाफ कर सके. ऐसा मुख्यमंत्री बिहार को चाहिए. और इस बार सब लोग चाह रहे हैं कि महागठबंधन की सरकार बने, और महागठबंधन की सरकार बनेगी, और हम सब मिल कर के बिहार के साथ लोगों के साथ सरकार बनाएंगे. और जब तेजस्वी मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा तो कोई बिहार में ऐसा घर नहीं होगा जहां बेरोजगार हमारे भाई बहनें रहेंगे. तेजस्वी आएगा तो हर एक के हाथ नौकरी और रोज़गार दिलाने का काम करेगा. और आने वाला जो बदलाव होगा, बिहार बेरोजगारी को जड़ से ख़त्म करने का काम होगा. ये उत्सव जो है अब आज से शुरू हो गया है, और ये 14 नवंबर के रिज़ल्ट में ये आएगा. और बिहार के लोग इस बार तेजस्वी के साथ हर एक बिहारी सीएम होगा. सीएम यानी चेंज मेकर बनेगा. ये हम सब लोग मिलकर के एक सुनहरा, बेहतर, विकसित बिहार बनाने का काम करेंगे.
एक अंतिम सवाल, जिस तरीके से नीतीश जी आज
Tiwari continues to be with us. It's interesting, you just heard Tejashwi Yadav there. Well, his alliance really hasn't announced him as the chief ministerial face, but in the third person, Tejashwi Yadav has announced himself. And, you know, this is what Prime Minister Modi used to do, acronyms, Maria, where CM, you know, and change maker banega. But nonetheless, Amitabh Tiwari, the question that we were, I was asking you earlier, where the role of Prashant Kishore is concerned, who will he cut into more? Depends whether people vote for him as just Prashant Kishore or vote for him as Prashant Kishore Pandey.
No, see, essentially, if you look at Bihar's history, independents have got 8% to 10% vote share across elections, and others have got around 20%. So the bulk of the vote which he gets is going to come from others. He is going to damage others largely. That's number one. Because all the polls, none of the polls are showing significant dent in the vote share of NDA or Mahagatbandhan. That said, just like LJP, his party will be damaging both NDA and Mahagatbandhan. LJP damaged NDA in 40 seats, Mahagatbandhan in 8 seats. So the net impact was just 8 seats in favor of Mahagatbandhan, you can say. Now, who is voting for Prashant Kishore? If you will have to understand that to understand whom he is likely to damage. One is, of course, youth. Now, youth in 2020 largely backed Tejashwi Yadav. So a chunk of the voters, if he's getting from youth, he is likely to damage Tejashwi Yadav. Again, on the basis of caste, upper caste or Brahmins see him as the next CM after 35 years of power. So some upper caste dent to NDA is also possible. So in different seats, different parties he will be damaging. Now his future depends largely on the quality of candidates he gets. Because 8%, 10% is not significant enough to win a single seat. So he's banking on some heavyweight rebels from BJP, RJD, LJP, etc., so that they add on this 2025.
But Amitabh Tiwari, interestingly, by 9th, which is 3 days from now, his first list of 100 candidates will be out, which essentially means that he will not be waiting for other political parties to announce their candidates, and if any candidate is naraz or upset, will look towards Jan Suraj for fighting this election. That's not going to happen. And how do you look for candidates then who will not be speaking about their caste as much on ground?
No, essentially, even if he is announcing 100, 143 are still left, correct? Because we'll have to see the quality of those seats or where are those seats coming from largely because he had announced that 3 months after I will announce the candidates. Caste is going to play a key role in elections like everywhere else, Bihar also, and we'll have to see because I think he is caught in a web of his own and he's now caught in his politician's image and the image of a strategist. Even if he gets 4-5% vote share, he can still justify that I am a newbie party. 4-5% vote share is not less. But I think he's trying to also prove that as a strategist, he can be a kingmaker. So largely, I think now focusing on 25-30 seats, try to force a hung and emerge as the kingmaker even with 5-10 seats.